Welcome to the Weaver Podcast. I'm your host, SONJA. I'm a mediator, relationship coach, conflict management expert, neuroscience enthusiast, and positive psychology practitioner. During the holiday season, a time filled with joy but also unique challenges, I bring you tools and insights from all these fields to help you find clarity, resilience, and connection. So, whether you're navigating personal struggles or looking to strengthen relationships, the Weaver Podcast is here to guide you toward finding light and growth through every crisis. Welcome to the Weaver Podcast. I'm your host, SONJA. And let's be honest right from the beginning, I'm going to try to hold it together because this episode is really dear to my heart. As I'm an expat and living in US now, my family is still in France, and it's very hard for me at this time of the year to be so far apart. So let's dive in. While the holidays are really often painted as a joyful, festive time, many people experience feelings of loneliness and unmet expectation that can make the season really challenging. So whether you're spending the holiday away from the loved ones, feeling disconnected in social gathering, or struggling to meet personal and family expectations, today's episode is for you and is really here to help you. Hopefully, I'll do what I can, but really to help you find peace and purpose during this season. So, there is something we need to recognize, a reality of the holiday loneliness. We really need to understand holiday loneliness because loneliness during the holidays is not uncommon, and even if it feels that way, while holiday marketing often emphasizes togetherness and celebration, many people find themselves feeling left out, either due to physical distance from family, like it's my case, or a sense of emotional isolation. So the impact of social expectation and comparison is really here, and seeing others appear to celebrate joyfully on social media and Instagram and all is so perfect in Instagram land, or hearing about family gathering that heighten feelings of loneliness. The constant exposure to ideal holiday moments can really create unrealistic expectations and increase feelings of isolation if you're not experiencing the same. And honestly, it's what you see on Instagram all the time. So it's even, I think, more prominent during the holiday season. It's really essential to remember that actually there is no right way to feel during the holiday. And personally, the way I feel during Christmas time now has changed a lot since I moved in the US 4 years ago. It used to be very different when I was in Europe and being able to, attend Christmas market and drink some glue wine and have my waffle with Nutella on it, and all those things that you can really see in Germany or in Alsace in France. And doing Christmas in Texas is very different. So it's very important to acknowledge your feeling without judgment, and it's a first step to address that feeling of loneliness, to accept that your experience is valid and it's okay to feel how you feel. And maybe you'll create new traditions, or maybe you'll experience to celebrate differently. So we already talked about holiday expectations in a previous episode. I think it's important to talk about it here as well. That we need to establish what we genuinely want to get out of the holiday season, and not what we see, not the projection that we have from social media or from marketing advertisement, but what we really want to experience during that time. Instead of aiming to fulfill idealized expectations, to focus on creating moments of peace and connection with yourself or close friends, we need to decide what is meaningful for us and align our activities around it. And if family members or friends have certain expectations that don't align with our needs, then we can communicate boundaries in a kindly way. For instance, if you're not able to participate in every event or activity, it's okay to say that, for example, I'd love to be here, but, I need some quiet time this season, so I'll be there by spirit. We need to shift the focus from big events to small moments. The holiday season doesn't have to revolve around large gathering and crazy decoration around the house or events. It can be cozy, it can be intimate. So look for joy in small moments, taking a walk, watching a favorite movie, even if you're by yourself, making it cozy. Get yourself a warmest cup of hot chocolate with some cream on it and a little vanilla taste and a good batch of cookies, or make something a little special that reminds you good moments, good feelings. Or you can also cook a comforting meal. I know, for example, when Christmas comes, I have this tradition that I absolutely keep from Europe and from my childhood, which is having an advent calendar. But I'm not talking about the chocolate advent calendar. I'm talking the original advent calendar you find all around the place in Germany with just little images. And when you open a window, you just see a little image, a little design. And that reminds me just every single Christmas I've done with my parents when I was a kid. And that's something I keep for me. And that, you have no idea that how those excuse me, I'm not gonna say this word. Those precious moments from childhood are actually feeling really like a warm hug during times of loneliness and sadness. So these simple activities can really bring calm and fulfillment without the pressure of big expectation. But before we continue, I'd like to offer a resource to support you through the holiday season. My monthly newsletter provides insights on navigating complex relationship dynamics, managing expectations, and fostering emotional well-being. And when you subscribe, you have one question poll, and then you'll receive a gift depending on the answer you provide. It's really designed to help you work through seasonal challenges and find solutions that bring more peace to your relationships. So subscribe now with the link in the description to receive your free gift and explore ways to create a fulfilling holiday season no matter where you are. Okay, let's go back to the episode. So again, I like practical tips and I want to provide some practical tips to overcome holiday loneliness. The first tip is to create new traditions for yourself, and that's personally a big one I'm working on right now, to create new tradition, because dynamic change, it's not just me with my family, it's me and my husband together, and we create new traditions for ourselves. So if traditional gatherings feel empty or unavailable, you can create your own meaningful holiday seasons, whether it's a self-care day, volunteering, or taking time to reflect on the past year. Those personal rituals can really help foster a sense of purpose and maybe joy, even that. The second tip is to connect in small and meaningful ways. If large gatherings are not possible or feel maybe overwhelming, maybe it's just not your thing, and that's perfectly okay. You can focus on connecting with just few close friends or few family members in a simple way, doing more cozy, intimate gatherings. A heartfelt phone call, video chat, or meeting up for coffee can sometimes, be more fulfilling than attending a larger impersonal event. The third tip I want to share is practicing gratitude and reflecting on your strength. I know that usually I stop the work around the 15th of December until the first week of January, and I really like to take that time to read a lot, reflect, think about what I have accomplished during that year and what I really want to accomplish in the next year. So reflecting on the things you're grateful for, even the small ones, can really shift your focus away from what is missing. You can consider writing down moments you feel you've been feeling strong or resilient this year. What are your strengths? What were your goals? And how did you achieve them? This exercise can really bring peace and remind you that even during challenging times, you have the tools to find contentment. And the fourth and last tips I want to share with you is to allow yourself to experience and release emotions. Because, feeling lonely or disappointed during the holiday is normal. It's not something rare. and letting yourself feel those emotions without suppressing them and find healthy ways to release them through journaling, walking, hiking, talking with a friend, engaging in a hobby, sport, find yours. Processing your feelings openly can really prevent them from lingering throughout the season. So, loneliness in the holiday season is, I think, too taboo still, and we need to address all those who are feeling lonely during the holidays. And I wish all those who are feeling lonely during the holidays would find this episode because we need to embrace that solitude, that quiet time where things kind of slow down and everything is so quiet and the nature is resting anyway. It's hard to find really peace in alone time, but I think it's a true skill that we can practice. If you find yourself alone, use the time to reconnect with yourself. I know it's easy said, but intentional solitude allows you to recharge, to rediscover your interest, and set new intentions for the coming year. Maybe you're going to find a new hobby to try. Maybe you're going to discover you want to paint, or maybe you want to try, just explore a new hike, or I don't know, read a new book, or maybe read couple books in a week, or embracing this time is really an opportunity rather than a loss, and that can make a profound difference in how you feel. You can, of course, use the holidays as an opportunity to prioritize self-care. You can create a list of activities that bring you peace and focus on doing things that really nourish you emotionally and mentally. This shift from external expectation to personal well-being can really help turn loneliness into a time of growth. And also, holidays can be an excellent time to rekindle interest and passion. It's what I was saying before. You can reconnect with things that may have been put aside for a while, maybe for a few years. Rediscovering these activities can really bring you joy and fulfillment, and maybe a renewed sense of connection to yourself. So loneliness and unmet expectation during the holidays are a real challenge. Let's be really honest here. But by creating new traditions, focusing on gratitude, and finding purpose in small moments, we can transform the season into a time of self-connection and peace. So remember, this season is yours to shape as you choose. That's it for me today. If you found today's episode helpful, please consider subscribing to the Weaver podcast for more insights on building resilience and managing life's relationship challenges. And if you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating or comment, and that would be greatly appreciated. It really helps others too to find the podcast and join our community. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, bye bye.